Sanjio, Nambejo, Namajal Sanjio, Basmegendo, Namashia Sanjio, Shokandro Jigyo, Soma Soy, Jiggy, Chandan, Namajal Sanjio, Dinjando, Nanjibri, Waldalama, Dama, Namajal Sanjio, Yedam Givuragi, Maso, Namajal Sanjio, Sanjay, Chandan, Namajal Nambejo, Namajal Sanjio, Basmegendo, Namajal Sanjio, Shokandro Jigyo, Mijige Chandan, Namajal Sanjio. Nyadinya Zawada Guragi Alama Damba Namla Jabsanjiva Edamagi Guragi Alaso Namla Jabsanj. Can put it on the table, it's better. Put it on the table. Chiorba Kandro Jigyo Soma So Eshige Chanda Damba Namla Jabsanjiva Nyadinya Zawada Guragi Alama Damba Namla Jabsanjiva Edam Guragi Alaso Namla Jabsanj. Sangye Jumdanda Namla Jabsanjiva Dambejo Namla Jabsanjiva Basvegendo Namla Jabsanj. O Kandro Jigyo Soma So Yeshanda Damba Namla Jabsanjiva. Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. Todos. Today we're going to have the teachings. Okay. Today we'll start the 4-day retreat and have a teachings on intermediate state, the Bardo, Tibetan call it Bardo. And before that, we'll do the prayers, the taking refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha, cultivating the loving kindness and compassion. Then we'll start the teachings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through virtue such as giving, attain Buddhahood Torah that saves. Hacia el Buda, el Dharma y la Sangha deseen sin nature. Hoy por el liberation, puedo pedir la virtud de la virtudes como la generosidad, lograr la liberación de los Sanje Chudan Zogi Chonla Jaju Bardo Dani Gazu Nanye Sentient beings, boundless the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from sufferings and the causes of sufferings. May they be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they abide in the state of equanimity, free from the closeness and distance of attachment and aversion. Puedan todas mis madres, los seres sensibles, infinitos como el espacio del cielo, puedan ellos ser liberados del sufrimiento y de las causas del sufrimiento. Puedan ellos no ser separados de la felicidad, libres de todo sufrimiento. Puedan ellos descansar en la gran ecuanimidad, libres de todo apego y aversión. Manam Gadayam Besenjan Tamje Devadan Dandamaji Dungadam Dungaji Gyudandraji Guna Mebendevada Hemraji Nire Java Yedara
But homage, offerings, confessing, rejoicing, requesting, beseeching, even the small merit I have gathered, I dedicate all of this to obtain complete enlightenment. Que por las virtudes de haber tomado refugio, otorgar ofrendas y hacer confesiones, regocijarse, solicitar, implorar y alabar, que el pequeño mérito que ha acumulado lo pueda compartir todos los de su vida.
Chalavadan Joye Chalavadan Jesuye Rasuye Dusolayi Yevaju Jesus And before we do the start the teachings, we always do the Bardo Bidara healing ceremony. It is very important. We'll start that. Oh, the Jabadam Jigi, to do Nani, to do Guru number to Chata, Lugato, Batapitarani, both to do the number to Majecha, Sanga, and Toyota Matanja, Chata, to get a gift of a tuition and Jumdan to Jello to the Sanga to Lana to the Gentleman, Mijin, the Raging Bola to Jadan, Lana to the engaging in the gentleman of using another to Jet, all you want to read about the Michigan, but Shaw, to talk about them, but some of the top of the some of the Jibas, but enough of the Jibas, but now you learn. Latin Jalaji, Jibber, Jalaji, Jalaji, Jumbo, the Uber, Latin Jachitu, Manduban, and Duber, Chimizo, Sangi to Lana, the Jeradun Mazo, Namoran, Amazon, Magas, Matam, to I should take the Rab and the Pratim and the Map and the Abate and the Amoko and the Ehe and the Shigam Bandara, so there are the Bandaran, Zola, Mar and Amazon, Budan, Zola, Marvel, the Tata, the Mandala, the Magawari, the Marvel and the Ravish, Zola, so on, no more than another Magazine, Mahara Bandar, Madame, Dada, Banda, no more than a Banda, Hulu, Tita, Bandana, no more than a Banda to the Hulu, Tita, no more than a Banda to the Hulu, Tita, Hulu did a banana, Hulu did a Hanana made a banana to the Hulu did a banana. Namadana to the Hulu did a banana, Namadana to the Hulu did a Namadana to the Hulu did a banana, Okay. Next step is we will do some shamatha meditation. Shamatha meditation is also important. First of all, we all have to generate the altruistic minds. Today I'm going to be participating in these special teachings, and the Bardo teachings, listening to the teachings and fully understand the words and take the meaning and realize. And therefore, please Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas of the 10 direction, and particularly great master from India and Tibet, please bless me that may actualize this Bardo instruction. And then may it liberate all sentient beings through my realizations. Therefore, I have a great compassion for sentient beings wandering in the sick realms of the Bardo. May I liberate them. And we'll recite this Bardo supplication in English and then Spanish. Then after that, we will meditate in shamatha.
Cardulamas, triple gems, and holders of sunlight, O compassionate ones, consider my prayers with your love. Please bless all of us, the beings in the realms of birth, death, and the Bardo, to be liberated in the state of the three Buddha bodies. The time of death, by cutting off all elaboration of the three poisons, such as attachment to inner and outer things, or hatred and anger towards others. Please bless me to actualize the essential points of the meditations that I have practiced in the past. Having generated bodhicitta and meditating that the ordinary body appears as the deity, and being mindful of the Lama on the top of the head, please bless me to arise into the path without effort in the three Bardos, by letting go without grasping at what arises or what appears. When the earth element dissolves into water, I experience that the entire universe, Mount Meru, and the great foundation are collapsing on top of me, and I feel afraid. Please bless me to recognize these as the confusing appearances of the Bardo, and actualize the instructions of the Fivefold Path. When the water element dissolves into fire, I experience being swept away by all the rivers of the world, and I am terrified. Please bless me to recognize these as the confusing appearances of the Bardo, and actualize the instructions of the Fivefold Path. When the fire element dissolves into wind, I am terrified, and I will be burned by the mass of flames. Please bless me to recognize these as the confusing appearances of the Bardo, and actualize the instructions of the Fivefold Path. When the wind element dissolves into consciousness, I am afraid, thinking I will be flung out by the great scattering wind at the end of time. Please bless me to recognize these as the confusing appearances of the Bardo, and actualize the instructions of the Fivefold Path. When consciousness dissolves into appearance, and the experience of bliss radiates like the light of the rising moon, the 40 mental aspects of desire cease. Please bless me to realize the union of bliss and emptiness by relaxing without clinging, when appearance dissolves into the increasing, and the experience of clarity arises like the light of the rising sun. The 33 mental aspects of anger cease. Bless me to realize the union of clarity and emptiness by relaxing without clinging, when the increasing dissolves into the near attainment like enveloping darkness, and the seven mental aspects coming from ignorance cease, then the experience of non-conceptuality arises. Bless me to recognize the clear light without conception, by relaxing without clinging. When the near attainment dissolves into clear light, and the light out of the sky, the natural mode arises. Bless me to recognize the nature itself, and accomplish the supreme union of the unwavering state. If I am unable to recognize the clear light, after having closed the doors of samsara, such as the navel, the passage of urinary feces, and so forth, I will transfer the consciousness to the open door of the crown chakra. Please bless me to travel to the land of bikinis. If my consciousness is agitated by karmic winds because of wandering through the Bardo states of light and dark, various uncertain, confusing appearances arise. Please bless me to recognize the Bardo to be the Bardo. All my sense faculties can travel anywhere without obstruction. The mental body is the miraculous display of karma. Please bless me to meditate on the Yidam deity, remaining in the non-grasping state, and actualize the instructions of the Fivefold Path. When the mountains fall, lakes overflow, and the forests burn, and the winds of the end of time roar, and the edge of dreadful abyss of the white, red, and black, and tormented by demons and so forth. Please bless me to liberate, raise my own projections into the path. When the peaceful and wrathful deities arise with the light of Dharmata and the roar of 1,000 dragons, please bless me to know my own projections to be the deity, and that all purified sights and sounds arise as the deity's mandala. When the white, red, blue, green, yellow, and smoky lights shine, the omens of birth as gods, demigods, humans, animals, hungry ghosts, and hell beings, please bless me to actualize the instructions of the Fivefold Path. When I see the hells of molten iron flaming ground, and the forest of razors cutting and cleaving, please bless me to abandon that which is produced and decays, and by practicing the Fivefold Path, purify confusing appearances into their own nature. When I see the impure and even chasm of the hungry ghosts suffering, to produce and decay, and by practicing the Fivefold Path, purify confusing appearances into their own nature. I see when by practicing the Fivefold Path, purify confusing appearances into their own nature.
Males and females, girls of the families of the mountain gardens desire. Bless me the
Please bless me to quickly accomplish the two benefits. Having practiced the two stages, then at the time of death, after the wind and mind have left through the crown chakra, when I see the faces of the Sambhogakaya and the Nirmanakaya, I will bless me. Bless me to obtain their light of Dharmakaya, and my time without envy. By the blessing of the root and lineage laws, and the power of the fruit of the precious purple gem, by the virtues collected of me 3 times by myself and others, and the power of the innate virtue, and all my prayers and aspirations be fulfilled. Hora de la muerte, corta todas las elaboraciones de los 3 venenos, como el apego a las cosas internas y externas, y el odio o la ira hacia otros. Por favor, bendígame para actualizar los puntos esenciales de mi meditación que he practicado en el pasado. Habiendo generado la bodhicitta, medita que el cuerpo ordinario aparece como la deidad, y estando atento de que el Dhamma está encima de tu cabeza. Por favor, bendígame para surgir en el camino sin esfuerzo de las 3 etapas de los bardos, dejándome ir libre sin aferrarme a lo que surja o a lo que aparezca. Cuando el elemento de la tierra se disuelve en el elemento del agua, y yo siento que el universo entero, el monte Meru, el gran cimiento se derrumban sobre mí y me aterrorizo. Por favor, bendígame para poder reconocer estas experiencias como las apariencias confusas del Bardo y para realizar las instrucciones del camino quíntuplo. Cuando el elemento del agua se disuelve en el elemento del fuego, me siento arrastrado por todos los ríos del mundo y me aterrorizo. Por favor, bendígame para poder reconocer estas experiencias como las experiencias confusas del Bardo, así como para realizar las instrucciones del camino quíntuplo. Cuando el elemento del fuego se disuelve en el elemento del aire, me aterrorizo, pensando que me voy a quemar por el fuego al final de un kalpa. Por favor, bendígame para poder reconocer estas experiencias como las apariencias confusas del Bardo y actualizo las instrucciones del camino quinto. Cuando el elemento del aire se disuelve en la conciencia, tengo miedo, pensando que todo mi ser será esparcido por el gran viento que todo lo esparce al final de los tiempos. Por favor, bendígame para reconocer estas experiencias como las experiencias confusas del barco y actualiza las instrucciones del camino quinto. Cuando la conciencia se disuelve en la apariencia, siento una sensación de deleite que se irradia como la luz de una luna creciente. Los 40 aspectos del deseo cesan. Bendígame para realizar la unión del deleite y la vacuidad con relajarme sin aferramiento. Cuando la apariencia se disuelve en el aumento y la experiencia de claridad emerge como la luz del sol en el amanecer, los 33 aspectos mentales de la ira cesan. Bendígame para realizar la unión de la claridad y la vacuidad a través de una relajación sin aferramiento. Cuando el aumento se disuelve en el vacío como si fuese una oscuridad creciente, los 7 aspectos mentales que cubren la ignorancia cesan y la experiencia de la no conceptualización emerge. Bendígame para reconocer la luz transparente y sin concepción a través de una relajación sin aferramiento. Cuando el casi logro se disuelve en la luz transparente y como un cielo despejado del mundo natural emerge, bendígame para reconocer la naturaleza en sí misma. Lograr la unión del individuo al estado. Si no puedo reconocer la luz clara, después de cerrar las 8 puertas que conducen al samsara, como el ombligo por donde pasa la orina y el excremento, etc., voy a transferir la conciencia a través de la puerta abierta del chakra de la coronilla. Por favor, bendíganme para viajar al mundo de los taquines. Si la conciencia está agitada por el viento kármico, debido a vagar por las experiencias oscuras del bardo de la conversión, un sinnúmero de confusiones inciertas surgen y aparecen. Por favor, bendíganme para reconocer que el bardo es el bardo. Todas mis facultades sensoriales pueden viajar a cualquier lugar sin obstrucciones. El cuerpo mental es un despliegue milagroso del karma. Por favor, bendígame para meditar en la deidad Ida, permaneciendo en el estado sin aferramiento, y actualice las instrucciones del camino quíntuplo. Cuando las montañas se derrumben, los lagos se desborden y los bordes se quemen, y los vientos del final de los tiempos rujan. Estoy en el precipicio del favor del blanco, rojo y negro, y atormentado por los demonios, etc. Por favor, bendígame para levantar mi propia proyección dentro del camino. Cuando las deidades pacíficas e iracundas surjan con la luz del Dharmata y el ruido de miles de dragones, por favor bendígame para conocer mis propias proyecciones como la deidad, y que todo sentido purificado emerja como emanada de la deidad. Cuando brillen luces blancas, rojas, azules, verdes, amarillas y color de humo, los presagios de renacer como dioses, semidioses, humanos, animales, almas hambrientos y seres demoníacos aparecen. Por favor, bendígame para realizar las instrucciones del camino quíntuplo. Cuando vea los infiernos del acero fundido, suelo abrasador y los bordes de navaja cortando y partiendo, por favor, bendígame para liberarme de aquello que es fabricado y que se degenera, practicando el camino quíntuplo para purificar las apariencias ilusorias. Cuando ve el barranco escabroso e impuro de los fantasmas hambrientos que sufren de hambre y sed, por favor, bendígame para liberarme de aquello que es fabricado y que se degenera, practicando el camino quíntuplo para purificar las apariencias ilusorias. Cuando vea los 360 millones de distintos animales en los pantanos, selvas y ríos, por favor, bendígame para liberarme de aquello que es fabricado y se degenera, practicando el camino quíntuplo para purificar las apariencias ilusorias. Cuando vea las batallas furiosas que se libran sobre las casas enjolladas de los semidioses, situadas en un costado del monte Meru, por favor, bendígame para liberarme de todo aquello que es fabricado y que se degenera, practicando el camino quíntuplo para purificar las apariencias ilusorias. Cuando vea a los dioses, gozan los objetos de los sentidos, los jardines preciosos, los bellos palacios, los tronos. Por favor, bendígame para liberarme de aquello que es fabricado y se degenera, practicando el camino quíntuplo para purificar las apariencias ilusorias. Cuando veas grandes caballos, vacas, lagos adornados por cisnes, machos y hembras, y al padre y a la madre envueltos en el deseo, por favor bendígame para entender que este es el renacimiento como una persona en este mundo o en los mundos del este, oeste y norte. Bendígame para estar libre del deseo y de la ira, recordando las consecuencias graves del deseo, la raíz del sufrimiento, meditando sobre el Lama y el Gita, el padre y madre. Yo recibiré las iniciaciones secretas. Por favor, bendígame para cerrar la puerta del vientre impuro a través de no perderme nada de lo que emerja. Si la puerta de los nacimientos inferiores no puede ser cerrada, contemplando las tierras completamente puras de los Budas, así como de Huachén o las tierras de los titulares del conocimiento, por favor, bendígame para tomar conciencia del renacer puro, inmediatamente después de nacer de nuevo, después de haber sido aceptado por un santo maestro. Yo comenzaré a practicar el Dharma de los vehículos causales y de resultados, y me convertiré en un experto de todas las cualidades de los terrenos y los caminos. Por favor, bendígame para rápidamente llevar a cabo los dos beneficios, habiendo practicado los dos estados a la hora de la muerte. Después de que el viento y la muerte salen por la chakra de la coronilla, cuando veo las caras del Sambhogakaya y el del Madakaya, yo respetuosamente hago ofrenda. Por favor, bendígame para obtener la luz clara del Dharmakaya, por relajarme sin aferramiento, por las bendiciones del camino y del linaje de los lamas y por poder de la verdad de la preciosa gema, y por las virtudes recolectadas en los tres tiempos por mí y por otros, y por el poder de la innata virtud, que todas mis plegarias de aspiración sean cumplidas.
Okay, we'll do some short shamatha. Before we start the teachings, I like to give the oral transmission for these Bardo supplication prayers, because these Bardo teachings and these whole volumes of texts, I received the oral transmission from the many different teachers, particularly Tolda Rimpoche, and also especially from Kyungka Rimpoche when I did the 6 Narapas of Yoga. Satalam ye yonda ko soje to ni do do pra chinge no ri no ju be no ya do de ko ba shi tin ye me lo ye lo sa ju do no ji no sai lo man mi ji lam na kun ju ri je zum ye de do na za jan du zum za je ye de no la no be ni ro ge ye je ga yang no ma no na ju no ju da ye de ye do ri ye no ma ye no ma ri Now we'll start the Bardo teachings. We're in the Bardo. We have to learn how to live in the Bardo and recognize it. It is very important because there's many different types of Bardo. There's all will be into 6 types of Bardo that every sentient beings wandering in this state, and including us, we're in the Bardo. As from the born until die, there's a Bardo. And then when you're dreaming, there's a Bardo of dream. Then meditating, also there's Bardo of meditation. Then at the time of death, Chike Bardo, the near-death experience of Bardo. And then actual Bardo. Then becoming, the looking for rebirth, the becoming Bardo. These are every sentient being is wondering. Therefore, let's think about it. It is very important to meditate. These Bardo teachings are so important. Only way to bring our desire, anger, hatred, jealousy, ignorance into control is the understanding of the Buddha Dharma's teachings. And Bardo, they will come our eventual tendencies, and it will clear our karma. That's where we can be benefit for ourselves and becomes source of beneficial for other sentient beings. And also when you realize that we're in this kind of transition in the state, then we have each other. Because when we make a journey to India or something group, if somebody's sick, we have each other. That's what the Bardo really means. When we are here, have each other, benefit each other, and put energy together. No, because every species on the earth very much understand Bardo, I think, because they work together. Because when you don't understand the Bardo, then become me. I'm interdependent, I have nothing to do, this is me, this is myself, I'm grasping, all these things. Then all kind of conceptual thoughts rise, obscuration rise, and one after another, because this one cause, then lead another, then more different types of experience, and then forget the whole thing, the value of the human precious life, the value of the rebirth of the human precious, and then even though we are in the perfect place, we are in the Buddha fields, really. We're in the Buddha field, in the Buddha Shakyamuni Buddha field. But our karma is so dark. We're not able to see it. We see it or we're used to it. That's what we're seeing it. No, that's what we also feel in Bardo. When we have no body in the Bardo, I feel I have a body. It's going to harm. It's similarity. We always pray. We should born in the Buddha fields of Amitabha, the Buddha fields, the Vajrasattva Buddha fields, Vajradhara Buddha fields, all differences. I'm sure there's another universe praying to born in the Buddha fields of Buddha Shakyamuni. This is the Buddha field. Buddha achieved enlightenment in this earth. We are in the same earth. We step in the same earth. But yet, we are so fortunate and we're very good karma yet, but we are very ordinary. Come to the body, speech, and mind experience. No. And then when in the further we talk about the peaceful and grateful deity experience of all of these things, but literally we'll explain all of them that associate with us. There's nothing outside. Nothing comes outside. Everything is now, even we have this tank as a display of all these things. When you realize the single mind of nature, everything will dissolve. Because there's no more conceptual thought. Everything is perfection and everything is state of wisdom. Everything is the Buddha itself. Everything is the reminders of the teachings. Whether you focus on the sentient beings, whether you focus on the nature, tree, flowers, always be teachings and always be display of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. Therefore, also that when we experience in the Bardo, also from within us. But this ignoring is so dark. That's what we did not experience it. Therefore, the Bardo teachings has become so key important to remember what you have. You are very rich. You are very, very treasure. That's what we talk about, the precious human life. If you realize it, the Miller Alpha says, if you realize it, this body, the mandala itself, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas steadfast sitting in your chakras. And all the elements, everything is connected to you. When you realize it, you have moments to achieve liberation. Therefore, part of the teachings has become key important thing, because when the physical body is separate, the mental becomes so powerful. Even movements of putting energy is transform everything. And one of the six Naropa yogas is the main practice is also Bardo practice. And when we go to the 3-year retreat, we also practice this months and months to realizations and gain control over the fears of elements and fear of sufferings and all these things, practicing and getting familiar with the many different types of peaceful and grateful deities.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There's many teachers, many Bardo teachings came from different, from great masters from India and also from Tibet and also from Padmasambhava, many different teachers. Mean here is the grateful and peaceful, and these are the means when Padmasambhava taught this Bardo instruction, how this is not the specific things, but generally talking, because each sentient being has to go through different experience. Now, therefore, just wrote this instruction generally to guide and protect and realize it in the Bardo that we can have a opportunity to achieve the liberation of Buddhahood. Mm-hmm. And therefore, Naropa said to the Marpa Lotsawa in the Vajra song, he says that the consciousness in the state of dream yoga, when you go to sleep, you have consciousness never rests. It has the body is sleeping, but the consciousness goes different places, experience different types of happiness, sadness, all the different things. And also the Bardo, also the without body, the consciousness also goes on, experience a similar reality. And therefore he says, can you able to put these two together? We are dream consciousness and the Bardo consciousness merge. And then if you merge, then you may able to achieve the Sambhogakaya Buddha. And then you will able to achieve the Nirmanakaya Buddha for the benefit of him. It is key important things to merge this, the consciousness of dream and the consciousness of Bardo. Because if you can control the dreams, then you can control the Bardo. But if people always sometimes say they do their own practice of dream that live in the kind of believe on the dream, and then whatever comes in the dream is their destination. We're not talking about that kind of things. Dreams are also only count as dreams in the dawn time, at the night, not in the evening, not midnight. All these are eventual tendencies, related, whatever, all these dreams, but only dawn we have a dream. Not only one time, repeating again and again. And also the things is the dream yoga is like, you are able to, dreaming, you will able to switch your consciousness without waking up. No, it's like, I'm dreaming. I don't like this unpleasant dream. Now I'm going to trance without waking up into the pleasant dream. Then it says, okay, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to wake up. Without all this practicing, that's what the dream practice. If you can practice this consciousness, is similarity with the Bardo, and then you will be perfected in the Bardo. The dream yoga state of consciousness and the Bardo state of consciousness is the essence of Sambhogakaya Buddha. If you can meditate, when you able to practice, and through the study of the Buddha Dharma Sangha and train, each can manifest the Sambhogakaya. Sambhogakaya is exactly, we visualize the deity. We say, vividly appears yet empty. But can be you are in the dream and your consciousness will become the Sambhogakaya, perfectly avalokiteshvara, perfectly tara, perfectly, instead of have nightmare and all the different things you meditate. Now, in the Bardo, also you can not only benefit, but benefit all sentient beings by the understanding this. Therefore, this is the key important things to recognize that the consciousness of the state of the Bardo is not only the Bardo, but also every day. Every day we are also in the Bardo. Every day we think about thoughts and everything is also related to Sambhogakaya and the Nirmanakaya and the Dharmakaya. If you remain in the state of the natures and focus in the nature of the minds, then you will have a large and large thought of negative conceptual experience, more positive experience, then cumulative merit, then you will be achieve liberation. Therefore, he says, Naropa says, I have the powerful, precious teachings called Bardo. Mahbalochawa, did you practice and perfected this in your life? Generally, in the Bardo teaching says, we must study the outer phenomena and the inner phenomena. Both need understanding and study and practice. What is mean is the outer phenomena is everything that the universe, existence, and inner phenomena is about the mind. All these things has to be studied when you study, but what happened then? Contemplation. Contemplation helps you to clear the extreme of existence and extreme of not existence. Because we are always falling into two categories. Whether we believe or not believe, or sometimes we things that we misunderstood wrong way, because we always think that life is permanent, such as this. We always think that things that exist permanently. There's something to always hold on to it, grab on to it. No, this is the things that we always used to. And our generation, the great-great-grandfather, mother also did similarity, that we are also influenced. Therefore we hold on to these things. That's what the releasing this and liberating from this is we need to study. That's why we said, the people become extreme because they're not educated. Because if you understand, you not become extreme. There's many different types of extreme. Extremes of misunderstandings of the reality, extreme of misunderstanding of people, extreme of misunderstanding of religions. All these things are due to lacking education. Because when you do to lack education, then I say me. Then that becomes important. Every word has not put into contemplation. It's become like a weapon. Somebody says something, it hurts, it stops. It's all these things. Therefore, the study of the phenomena of this, the teachings and practicing the Buddha Dharma Sangha is free. That then you realize it is, we have a doubt, is exist this way or not exist this way, or experience this way or not experience it. Am I doing right or am I doing wrong? Always question. No, we always right. Or we something good things happen. What is this good things happening? Something is not right. No, and the bad things happen. Oh, it's not right. Everything is good things is not right. Bad things is not right. What is right? No. Therefore, all this experience is through the education you clear this. No. And then, like for instance, the Buddha's teachings, just not to believe, just believing, not be not just believe, rather debate the teachings of the Buddha. That's what the things are. No, they're always the debate, because they need to finalize, not to just say, okay, you just take the Buddha Dharma Sangha, take a refuge, don't talk about it. It will bless you. The Buddha rather debate. When the debate clears, the wisdom rise. When the wisdom rise, you free from the doubt. Cut through the doubt. When you cut through the doubt, then you experience great blessing, happiness. Similarity in the particle. No, the similarity in the life experience every day. When you are studying with the phenomena, outer phenomena, inner phenomena, study about yourself, study about sentient beings, study about your own awareness, minds, how it exists, all these things, finally you come to the realization. Like a Mahamudra, when you practice, you come to realization in your heart. This is the way the things are walked. This is the way the things are experienced, and things are totally change. And these kind of things, when you experience it, there's no one make mistakes in this path. That's what that path. Nobody need guide. Nobody need protection. That's what we talk about, the experience of the Bardo, of the realizations. That through the study and the practice of understanding of this great path to the liberation to Buddhahood. And this Bardo practice divided into three categories according to the person's ability or capacity of the students. And those who are practice diligently and achieve the liberations, the one lifetimes before even leaving this body. And then the second one is achieve the enlighten at the particle. And third one is then achieve the enlightened nirmanakaya, the becoming particle. And therefore, so practice is the best powerful practitioner always meditate on the clear light. Everything is energy of light of Buddha. About our minds. That's what they talk about, the six perfections, that the perfect wisdom, the pranga paramita, the emptiness of Mahamudra, the Dzogchen. These are the clear light. Then second one is illusory body. Illusory body is important. Everything, look at it like illusion. It is true, because I used to have a teenager life, but now it's not anymore. But these are like, everything is changing. But teachings is there, we're still hold on to grasping. We never put into practice. Because if we look at our life, perfectly teachings, right there, in your ears, your eyes, your face, your head to toes, the perfect teachings of illusory body, illusion. Everything you have is illusion. Your talk is illusion. Your thinking is illusion. Your belongings is an illusion. Your house is also illusion. Everything is an illusion. But we don't practice. No. And then next one is the generating and completion state of the deity, transforming. No. And these are the practicing for the Bardo. When we are alive, we should practice this. There's clear light, illusory body, dream yoga, all these things to prepare, to clear, achieve liberation. Mm-hmm. And then the best practitioners liberate, achieve liberation through the practice of clear light. And the second one is the practice through the illusory body. The third one is the Bardo. Not the Bardo, the Poa. Poa is the last resort. No, really. Desperate. And then when we have this interest, good bodhicitta, and want to study Buddha Dharma Sangha, it's very important to have some kind of experience of the emptiness of Mahamudra, the clear light, and also have the experience of illusory body, the generating and completion state of rising and dissolving, no? And then also familiar with the Poa. Poa is must has to practice until you have a science. When the science is appear, then you practice once a month. No, when the impermanence comes, then you will be prepared, or you are also able to perform for others. But the practice is also have to study the teachings of the Bardo, how the elements are dissolving, because there's a great recognition. If you don't recognize, then it is challenging and difficulties. Because one day I hear His Holiness Dalai Lama says, I'm really looking forward for my last day. It's amazing. Nobody look for, because we never have a practice. We are afraid. No, especially in the United States, in the West, we're pushing the dead away. We never discuss about it. We never talk about it. We never see people dying. When somebody is sick, we take it call the people. They take care of everything. It's all these things. It's like a Gadrams. The Gadrams is similarity. They have very pleasant life, but they are terrified. They never discuss, never talk about it. And then somebody appear the signs of dying, and then they take it way out of the town. And then they offer the flowers and leave it there. I say, you directly, after you die, you go to the human realms, take a human reward, you accumulate merit, then come and see us. And the similarity, here we go, and now you have a funeral, and then we just put some flowers and say goodbye. No, but it is good. It is a nice gesture, but we more need to study ourselves. Then think about, I'm also this condition. I'm also one day I have to face how I can prepare. The more you talk about impermanence and Bardo, more you become a wonderful person. Because that's what releases everything. You are able to let it go. You are, whatever happens to you, many things that you are not able to go, because then you let it go because of these teachings. Why they call it Bardo? Bardo is appear the conventional or relatively appear through the experience of mistakes or misunderstanding that actually existence. And that's why I call it Bardo. The Bardo is like, somebody from Bardo, from born to die is one Bardo. But because it's called a Bardo, because it's died, there's nothing is existent permanently. Because that's what the things are. I sometimes think about. I used to talk with my father. I used to talk with my mother, walk with them. But where? I used to shake hands. Where those hands are is the illusion. It is actually part of that things are appear, but does not really exist. No, unless you realize the nature of the mind. No, and also you have no clue where they went, and we have no clue where they came from. And when you realize this, don't we need to do something good things for others? No, I'm so fortunate. I'm in the illusion of Bardo, but still I can do something wonderful things with my body, speech, mind to generate positive. Have people, these are the only things, not the important things of the appearance of the physical levels. No, everything is impermanence. We buy things, we just age. It just disappears. It's like a rainbow. Rainbow is perfect example. 1 second is beautiful, second is gone. But when you have a rainbow, you call everybody to come very quickly because it's not going to last. We are in the rainbow. We are together gather here by the good karma. We're here, the good karma allowed us to see. It's wonderful teachers. It's like such is the holiness Dalai Lama, such is the holiness Shecha Rimpoche, Chumcha Rimpoche, Sakyati, many good teachers. Yet, we're still not satisfied. We says, oh, I didn't hear this name of this deity, they're going to give this initiation, I'm going to go better. No, instead of everything you perfecting your practice every day. When you perfect your every day, that you will realize it. And therefore, that's what the Bardo experience. Therefore, as a practitioner, we generate love and compassion without discrimination. Whether they're human beings, whether they're animals, whether they're bugs, whatever, that may all be benefit through our love and compassion. And also the things that if we put the energy into this practice, we can really establish powerful things. For instance, it's like the Bardo, you will gain a control over the process of dying or dissolving state. Such a great example as my teacher, Kyungka Rinpoche. It is the reason. We read about a lot of stories, the books and 10th centuries, 11th century. This is only the 1982. The great experience. This teacher, very simple. No, very ordinary, is everything. But at the moment of death, he says, I'm going to die this month, this week, and this day. And how this can control? No. And before he died, he take all the tankas, mandalas, everything, give it to everybody, nothing. No. He was the whole lifetimes doing retreat. That's why we did the 3-year retreat with him. And first time we thought is maybe how I never seen. I was like 25 or 26. I never seen the people telling this thing. But we read the text, which is very hard to believe. But some ways we believe, some ways we doubt. But then slowly getting more and more pressure, and he said it's true. And how he can control this death? Somebody is terrified. All these things experience. Then not only that. At the time of death, he invited the students, sit on the thrones, did the Guru Yoga together. He said, this is the last we together here. And make a beautiful lunch, make a good tea. And he's joking. And who can joke at the time of death? No. It's like just like no excitement, nothing, just like a normal. He says you should not be affected by my death. But most important thing is You have to practice the Buddha Dharma Sangha, and one has to realize it. I told you, but I cannot give you experience. You have to experience by your practice and meditation. No, it doesn't count just by your thinking and with our teacher studying this, that, oh, I have a realization of emptiness, I have dream yoga, all these things. At the time of it doesn't count. You have to be perfected and you have to be strong and clear and practice firmly. And then he sits on the thrones and then did the Guru Yoga. Then at the time of death, this very long story in brief, at the time of death, dissolving state. Dissolving state is dissolve everything. And that moment, he lie down and put his arms in the hands and went around, and then prayer calling the Lama from long distance. Even did not hear one strong breathing. It's just like a falling asleep. And then after die, 3 days, his heart was warm, meditating on clear light. That's what the practice we talk about today. The superior practitioner can liberate themselves in the state of clear light at the time of death. And he gave these words, the last words. He gave individuals advice before he closed the eyes. And the last one, he says that the freshest teaching is given by great masters. Many different lineage and many different masters must keep hold in your heart. If you don't hold, don't you deceive yourself. By yourself. You deceive by yourself. And then he closed eyes and then passed away. And it was the same thing. It's the amazing experience. And the next one is for instance, is one practitioner in Ladakh, very remote place. He's very simple. No? He did, I think it's 21 million mantra of Vajrasattva. And at the time of death, he became very small. No eating, nothing, meditating. And he says like, his body was just like a baby when he made the cremation. It was the Rimpoche body. That's why he practiced illusory body. At the time of death, he liberated himself from the practice of illusory body. You know? And it is at the second one. No. And we talk about the last resource practice is the power practice. The power practices also have great, wonderful stories about the power practice, how one self can liberate from through the engaging of the practice of the power at the time of death. And there was a astrologer in Ladakh, and also he is a good practitioner. And then he's not a monk, but he's a lay person. He's a good practitioner. And then he went to get the wood in the mountains. You know, you take the donkeys and load it with the wood and come back, take it all day. He went to the mountain to get the wood. These two white bird, what do you call the queen? Crane. Two crane came and circumambulating him. Then instead of his getting wood, he just rushed back to home and told his wife, I says, I think I give the signs, maybe I'll die. He said, well, you got to be kidding, you know, where's the wood? You know? No? He says, no, I'm very serious, you know. And then finally he convinced his wife. He says, you clean up the house. No, I'm prepared. And then he says, you invite the Lama. And the Lama doesn't want to come. And then because he's not signs of sickness, not signs, and he says, oh, if you do the power, you'll be not good when you're alive. All this in my lifespan is that thing is coming. I know it, I sense it, I feel it. And then finally, himself engaged in the power with his wife. At the comes to where the points that he continues lips, and he liberated himself. And then his wife saw the white light went through the ceiling. And then he collapsed, you know, the power through the liberations of power practice. You know, these are the practice that we very important. And when you talk about the impermanence of death, it has two causes. One is natural cause, one is conditioned cause. The one is natural cause is the karma exhaustion. When the karma is exhausted, then we must proceed this state. But conditioned cause obstacles. When we face the obstacles, that's why we in the Bardo of the teaching says, when you face the obstacle, you must do the ritual practice, meditation, dispel. It can dispel from the obstacles, but natural cause nothing can dispel. Must prepare. That's why the Buddha Shakyamuni achieved enlightenment, and he also shows the parinirvana, the part of the impermanence. No? Just the physical part. When the mind, it just moves on. His Holiness Dalai Lama says, your mind is just like a driver. When you get, your body is like a car. When you get old, you just change and get a new car. No, it's true. It's like your clothes. No, it's kind of, for us, it's kind of crazy driver. I don't know what we get next life. No. And then also when we study the Buddha Dharma teachings and practices, we can transform ordinary things to extraordinary. Our body transform into ordinary to extraordinary, the idam deity, and we can transform our speech into the wisdom mantras, and our thoughts transform into the wisdom of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. Therefore, when shift your consciousness and transform is the state, then you have the realizations of the whole outer and inner and secrets phenomena. When you realize it, then you can become a Buddha, and you are able to free from yourself from the all these different types of sickness, different types of conceptual thoughts, and no longer wandering in the samsara. Even though reincarnated in the samsara, not have these sufferings of experience of physical pain and the mental difficulties. And then here I'll go briefly about our existence of the body of the chakras, but also later it comes very detailed what deity is sitting, what deity manifests, all the different things. There's many different chakras, all abbreviated into 4 important chakras. The navel chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and the crown chakra. And the emanation chakra, they call the emanation chakra at the navels. It has the 8, and the central channel, and it has 8 spokes, and then divided 8, and it's a totally 64 different branches divided to 64. And each divided states, it has the seats of the mandala, the deity on the mandala, just like a mandala. And that's what the explanation of the peaceful and the rightful deities coming. It is a divided 8 divided 16, 16 divided 32, 32 divided in 64.
Okay.
And then is not crooked, is very strict, and then clear, and luminosity, and empty. Essence empty is the quality of the chakras. And then ordinary state, maybe twisted. Maybe they have this but twisted. Maybe when you're twisted, then the winds crooked. When crooked, then give a lot of thoughts to negative energy. And when practicing this, all this practice and meditation is clearing and realizing it, then the winds, not the conceptual wind, but the wisdom wins. When the wisdom wins, then you becomes a Buddha. And these appears colors, white colors, appears white colors, but they're empty. But when you not realize it, and it is becomes the thought to experience pain, sufferings, all the different things. When you realize it, it is has the reconnection to the deity, and realize it is has the power and the strength to bestow the experience of behind great joy, the excellent joy.
Joy.
It has all phenomena has two faces, the relatives and ultimate, and appearance and emptiness. Is, for instance, is like when you have a seed, it is shapes and it is color, but there is an invisible, unknown mystery of strength and the power that when something conditions that comes out, is give you the tree. The seed will give you the tree. Is the similarity, these chakras and channels has the potential of the essence of the deities. When you practice it with the compassion and the love, it's transformed, it's like a growing energy of that plant. Similarity rise as a deity. Then the second one is the heart chakra, and divided to 8 is white. Color is white. And then the throat chakra, and 16, and red color is divided into 8 divided into 8 and 16. Okay. And then crown chakra is 32, and divided into 8 divided 16, 16 divided 2 is 32, and green color. And these are the basic chakras. Then also have a cigarette chakras, and also chakras on your feet in the sole. There sometimes you see the 6 chakras, sometimes you see the 7 chakras, but means important is the 4 chakras. Mm-hmm. And then chakras are also inside the wind energy. Wind energy is flowing all the times, positive or negatives and all these things. And then if you practice deity or Buddha Dharma Sangha or generating compassion, more positive. If you are not practicing it, then more negatives. And that's what the things are, due to the positive karma and the negative karma that defends which wind rise. Okay. When we generate a lot of negative energies of the winds, and this physical body has to be sustained by the relatives way. The relatives way in food, the vitamins, all the different things were needed to keep healthy. But when you are really the wind energy purified, and then but not depends on the food and vitamins and everything. Everything you need is produced by your own clear winds and the wisdom winds. And then less sickness and more happy, And then when the body knows that you don't have the realization of this special wind, the body says, I need money, I need house, I need more, I need more, I need more, because it's that terrified. Something is happened, then the body collapses. Therefore, the body and the mind works together instead of grasping. Mm-hmm. When something is appearing, don't let it go, hold on to it. Because it is necessary to survive, necessary to have this sustain the body and the mind work together. All these things, then, these learn from the mother wombs when you enter into this by the ignorance of fears, that grasping, attachment, all these things. Have to let it go. It's the kind of natural process of living. But on the other way, and then when you practice it, the meditate is let it go. It's like a Milarepa, he stayed without food for 6 months. Winter snow came, then people, even the Lachi, people didn't look for him because they say he's probably dead. And then if they believe that he is alive, they will be, as soon as the spring comes, they will go. But they said, no, just leave him, just whatever life is, we keep our blessing. And then after the spring comes and the weather warms, then they went and to see his cave. They saw the vulture's footprints on the snow and freeze. He said, see, the vulture came and finished him. No, nothing, we just get some cloth for blessing. When he opened the cave, he was there still, brighter than before and colorful than before. And people are shocked. And how you survive without food? He says, 15 full moon, new moons are very special. The 15 new moon, full moons are very special because you have opportunity to see Buddha, the Bodhisattvas, and then also the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, many blessings in these 3 days, the Tibetan calendar. Then also, astrologically, full moon and new moons, all these body are active. All sorts of the part of the bodies are active. Then they take a circle, right side, left side, different on the male and female, but whole full moons, everything will be positive now. And therefore, no, he said, full moon, new moon, those things, Daka and Dakinis come, we make the chok offering, then I eat, then I feel weeks and weeks no food. No, therefore, like sustaining by your own minds of the clarity of the wisdom. It's like, when you practice a tummo, you no longer need heat. When you no longer need heat and cold fear, you have no fears, grasping. You have no grasping because cold come, it doesn't matter. But now cold come, it says, you better to get the firewood. And the grasping, that's what the things that we are naturally coming to growth, to phenomena. Therefore, as a practitioner, not to let it go and practice renunciate. Mm-hmm. And then when practicing the tummo practice, it is mean focus on the chakras of the navel chakra to specifically to clear and purifies the attachment by the practicing of the tummo. Mm-hmm. And then also purifying the obscurations at the time of transformations of the consciousness in the Bardo. Is, for instance, the purifications at the time of transformation of consciousness is like awakening from the desire. Because we are overwhelmed by this desire, cannot be controlled, cannot be all these different things. When you practice through it, it's like, no, we are really serious in the dream. We experiencing, there's I'm receiving gifts or I'm giving, whatever. When you wake up, then you realize it's a dream. And a similarity practice, the truth is, the key point is to waking up from the state of desire mind. And say, this is the illusion, this is the desire, what I'm really putting all my effort is to just for very much nothing. No, for my serving my ego and my desire. And then the also clear light, specifically practicing, visualizing the heart chakra, visualize the heart chakra is the mind's actually here, consciousness. And then the brains is like an office, is organized all the work, whatever the object, subject, everything, but the decision was made by heart. And that's what the clear light, because the ignorance must has to cut through the clear light. Therefore, when you're practicing the clear light, you achieve the awakened mind of wisdom, of a clear light from the ignorance. And then by the practice of the throat chakra, will purify the angers through the practice of the dream yoga. The dreams like this, when you are dreaming, you have a fight. You have a fight with somebody, or you win, or they win. Both ways you get anger. No, but when you wake up, you realize there's no person to hit. You are dreaming, and your enemy in the dream, and your action, all is not exist. It's the same way that when you the practice of the dream and the realization, that we apply this to our daily life, we achieve the awakening from the anger and realize that there's no enemy. Because we are something to also not only blaming for others, also we are also get engaged in this, participate in these different things. Therefore, letting go and practicing compassion. That's what the prayer say. Those who heed me, those who harm me, those who created obstacle to my path, I liberated them to the liberation of Buddhahood. Therefore, receiving the awakening, blessing, awakening, wisdom. And then the next one is the purifying or bringing into the path this reflective emotional obscuration of jealousy and proud through the practice of crown chakra, through the practice of illusory body, and it's important because illusory body practice will free ourselves from these types of the obscuration. These are the when you realize the illusory body and this specific practice, all your winds are clear. But if you are not, winds are clear, then the crown chakra will flow both positive and the negative winds, and then you have the experience of negative and positive, such as negative, jealousy and proud. Then through the practice, we bring it to the path and liberate it. Okay, we'll take a break for lunch, and we'll have the illusory lunch for illusory body. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Sure.